And thank you all so much for being part of the Neo Life family. You are the heart and soul of what we do. We cannot make any of the impact that we're having without passionate, hungry, engaged, excited leaders. So I want to say thank you so much. Now, I want to begin today by starting with why. Because just as it's important in your businesses to have a strong why, it's equally as important for us as a company to have a strong why that we know what it is, because that is going to make our what very clear when we know our why. And now he couldn't be here today with us, unfortunately. He wasn't able to make it, but our why actually starts with my father's story. This is him. He's the one on your right side. I don't know if you can see behind here, there's like a little watermelon in that cart. This is a photo from when my father, Jerry, was a young boy. And he actually used to go around carrying this watermelon in his cart and selling them door to door. But he grew up in a very poor family in a rural, farm community in California in the Central Valley. And he didn't have access to a lot of opportunity growing up. And he also had severe asthma and allergies. You've probably heard the story that his mother turned to nutrition because he would nearly die of how his breathing problems and his hay fever. And what happened was, it was near miraculous results when he got the right nutrition, got the right supplements. That gave him this unwavering belief in the power of nutrition. But then also, when he was 19 years old, he was introduced to a direct selling company. And that changed the entire trajectory of his life. He was able to, did you know that he was with actually a few different direct selling companies that failed before he started his own company? And when he talks about it, he's like, I was heartbroken. I painted a vision for people and asked people to join me and build their livelihoods upon what we were doing. And then to have the company just fail because of bad management, or one of the founders was an alcoholic of one of the companies. Just various reasons like that, their lack of integrity. He was like, that was heartbreaking. And I wanted to start a company because I could never let that happen to the people that I bring with me again.
Wow.
And there's him when he was about 19 years old. He has hair. He said that he actually used too much Amway shampoo, so that's why it fell out. And so he started Neo Life. A big part of it was also his brother Bob, there in the photo. And one thing that's so important, a big part of our why, is what was learned from this experience. And that is something I believe with all my heart, is that talent is equally distributed, but opportunity is not. Around the world, you can go to any country or community, talent is equally distributed, but opportunity is not. And what we offer is opportunity to talented people who don't have access to it. And because of my father's story, that our why is people. Our why is people. Our why is our distributors. Our why is giving people the power to live healthier and happier lives through our products and our business opportunity and our community. And that determines our what. Now, these values that you see up here, these values are formed as a result of the experiences that my father had, like companies failing, where they didn't have integrity. That is why our number one value is absolute integrity. And then people are number one. People are our why. Products that work, a long-range vision, equal opportunity for all. These are the foundation that we have to build upon. And today, as a company, we're in a very healthy place. We're very financially stable, a lot of money in the bank. We like to operate that way in case there's like a pandemic or something that happens, so that it doesn't surprise us and we're ready for anything. We're also excited about the growth that's happening and the leaders that are rising up around the world. Now, I also have to say that when I joined Neolife, before I joined Neolife, I did not think I wanted to be a part of this family. Well, I didn't want to take the products, obviously, but I would hear the stories of impact, stories that we see in this front row, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But I never thought that I could be a part of this because I was so shy, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to even step foot in a Neolife meeting because it's going to risk me having to go on the stage in front of the room. I was like, no. That's my worst nightmare. But when I took a trip with my father, I wanted to be an investor in the stock market. And my father said, this is my passion. Come on a trip with me just to make sure you don't say no before you really know what it's all about. And I can remember just being at events like this one. One of them was Charlie and Alta's team retreat. And I remember going back to my room and getting on my knees and just saying, thank you, Lord. Like, thank you for showing me what it is, the purpose that you have for me. Because there is no other place in the world that we can make an impact like we can make through your life. And, okay, so yes, the Lord showed me, but He also gives us brains. So, like, it was a smart decision for me to join Neolife. It wasn't just like, oh, sacrifice yourself and join Neolife. No, not at all. It was a smart decision because of the size of the opportunity that we have in front of us. I can see that too, in the midst of also feeling called. The size of the opportunity is enormous. And, okay, so now, I'd like to share my vision with you, if it's okay. These are like two pieces of it. One is top 10 in 10 worldwide. We want to be in the top 10 direct selling companies in the next 10 years, globally. But in that same time frame, we want to be number one in Africa. In many places, we're already there. But we want to really solidify that. And I want to speak to like what that looks like. What is it going to look like as we grow into where we're going? Well, first of all, Neolife becomes a name that's recognized in every household. It's going to be a time where people, like when they think of the big brands out there, Neolife is going to be synonymous with like Apple, Google, Facebook. And the brands that you see up here, we're going to be a household name that people know about everywhere. The demand for our proven products is going to skyrocket. We're going to be in a time where demand has skyrocketed. And when we go out and we walk out the door of our house, or even maybe when we're at our computer, people are going to be calling us. We're going to be talking to our friends, and when Neolife comes up, they're like, oh my goodness, I was searching for a way to get those products because I've heard the stories of how it's transforming people's lives. Oh my goodness, I was searching for a way to get into this business because I've heard how this can be a solution for your finances too. We are my grammar here is a little off, excuse me. It was early when I made this slide. We are leading the health revolution. We're going to be in a time where we are leading the health revolution, not just a health revolution, the health revolution. And what is this going to do for the businesses of the people who join us? What is this going to do for your businesses? When we have amazing demand, people know our name and they're searching for us, and we're leading the health revolution. Can I tell you what I see for you? Because actually that's the most important part of my vision, is what I see for each and every one of you in this room. And it doesn't I'm not just talking to the new people. If you've been here, how many years have we been in Africa? You've been here 20, 30, 40 years, talking to you too. Because we are the business of the future. And before I tell you what I see for you, I'm going to tell you what I mean by this. We are absolutely perfectly positioned for what the future holds. So obviously, the need for better health is never going to go away. It doesn't matter how fancy science gets. Our bodies, our God-given bodies, were designed to be fueled by certain things, and that's not going to change. The things that we have in our products, cellular nutrition, tree and N, incredible results happen when you put good fuel in our body, and that is never going to go away. The need for more money is never going to go away, and it's only going to get stronger. I don't want to go into this too much, but I will say, where I live is in the Silicon Valley. It's the center of technology for all the big tech companies. And what we're seeing there is, it's going to change everything. It's coming. Automation and AI that's happening is going to replace so many jobs. And a lot of people don't even realize yet that their jobs can be replaced. And we have a solution for them. The need for our opportunity is it's enormous now, and it's only growing. And now, here's what I see for you. This is my vision for you, is that you see the potential. That you are hungry and you are determined to win. You see how big this opportunity is. As you decide to go for it in your business, your confidence grows, your skills sharpen, you lead by example, you inspire people. And when I say lead by example, it's nothing special, it's doing the basics, it's doing the things that we all know we need to do. Talking to people, sharing our stories. Taking care of people, loving people. One of the most beautiful things about Neolife is the culture and the environment that we have. It's an environment that allows people to build the life that they want, but it's a culture where we help people. And we actually have a financial incentive. We have a financial incentive to help others grow and to love them. How beautiful is that? Okay. And as a result, your business just skyrockets. Okay, are you ready for what's next? When your business skyrockets, you build stadiums. You fill stadiums with the people that are on your team. And this, you're gonna fill multiple stadiums with the people on your team, but this is what World Team Vacation is gonna look like. And Diamond Lifestyle is probably going to be 3 of these rooms. And your business, not only is it going to fill stadiums in your local country, in your local community, in Africa, it's going to fill stadiums around the world. It means that somebody in your organization, in your network, is going to know somebody in Europe, and it's going to spread that way. It could be you, but it could be somebody you know, because it's amazing how every person that's in our team is a doorway to everybody that they know. You travel the world with your best friends. How special is it to be here, but even more special to be here with all of your best friends? Who are you thinking of that you'd like to have with you here? Give them a text, let them know. You have the freedom to make choices based not on necessity, but on desire. Because the pressure has been taken off. You've built a business to a point where you're financially stable enough that you don't have to worry about the day-to-day. You can actually do the things that you want to do, which I can bet you, when you build a business of this size, you're going to want to be with your team. You're going to want to be leading by example, because it's going to be your passion, your desire. And we see it happening. That's what we see happen every time with our president's team members, with our diamonds. Yesterday, we had dinner with Roy and Nola, and they were telling us about how much they were prospecting on the beach, prospecting on a bus that they took to the north part of the island. Like, this becomes a part of our everyday life. We live and breathe it, and I know many of you already do, but it's going to be amazing. And your transformation, both business and health, your transformation inspires others, creating a ripple effect that is just a legacy of impact. A legacy that's not just for you, it's for your children and their children and their children, and so on. Is that exciting?
Yes.
Okay, so what's it going to take to get there? What is it going to take to get there? I want to share something with you that my father has always told me. Said this is one of the most important things when you want to do something great. When you want to do something bigger than yourself. You want to know what it is?
Yes.
Have a goal that excites you. Have a goal that absolutely excites you, that when you wake up in the morning and you think about it, you are just motivated to go run after it. What is that goal that excites you? I hope some of you will tell me as we have our vacation together, as we hang out on the beaches later today. I hope that many of you will tell me what your goal is, because that gets me excited to hear what it is. And this is like part A. Part B is get your team to think big. Because it's going to be the combination of our goals that take us forward. In your business, it's going to be the combination of your big goals and your team's big goals that take you forward. And you have to make sure yours grow as theirs grow. Because we have to make room for others in it. And same goes for us as a company. What takes us forward is the combination of all of your goals put together. So have a goal that excites you, and get your team to have one too. This is another one that my father always tells me, which is honestly not the nicest to hear all the time. You know, when your father tells you, when you say, I don't like doing this, he goes, you learn to love the things that are required for success. It doesn't matter if you don't like it at first. He says, learn to love it, because that's going to be what it takes. And if we have that exciting goal, that goal that gets us excited every day, it's much easier to learn to love the things that we don't really like doing, but that we need to do, isn't it? Okay. Now, as a company, there are also things that we need to do to prepare, and we're doing them. We're investing in the future. And some of the key areas that you're going to see is that we're investing in products that sell themselves, in clinical research behind our products. We're investing in tools and technology and to assist us in presenting and selling and marketing the products, just to be a partner to you all in the field. We're investing in incentives, especially those that, like this event, that allow us to live like millionaires before we become one, before we get there. And maybe that doesn't translate into all the currencies. I'm talking dollars. Live like dollar millionaires, maybe billionaires or trillionaires, depending where you are. But before you get there, to come to events and destinations like this, how incredible. And training and education to grow in all areas. And most of all, I love what Charlie says, there's no better training than on-the-job training. 100% agree. This business is like riding a bike. There's some things like you can read all the manuals and watch all the videos and read all the books and podcasts, whatever, but you're not going to actually know how to do it until you do it, right? So we want to empower that in our training as well. And we are perfectly positioned with our proven products, the Neo-like difference, unmatched quality, our ultimate business opportunity that allows you to build the life you want, and our transformative community. We are the #1 personal development company in the world.
Wow.
The fact that I'm up here speaks to that too, because I would be so shy to get up here before be shaking like this and bright red in the face. And we are family owned and we treat you like family. That's never going to change. We love you, and we want you to know that you're loved. And we want to know that you to know that you're cared about and that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. Fact is, people who don't embrace supplements are like people who decide to use a flip phone instead of a smartphone. A broken flip phone. That's a fact. People who don't embrace supplements are like people who decide to use a paper map instead of a GPS on their phone. Or a GPS in your car. The benefits are just so obvious. And as we continue to share our stories and educate and talk to people, the world is going to realize this. The world's already realizing this, but on a much bigger scale. I remember my dad shares that his vision back in the day used to be that supplements are going to be as common as salt and pepper on the dinner table. They kind of, I don't know if that's true where you are. Is that true where you are? Like, everybody takes supplements, right? And if they don't take Neo-Life, it's going to be like using this paper map instead of a GPS. We take advantage of one of the greatest powers on the planet, and that is the power of networks, the network effect. The reason that we don't just sell direct to customers, but we actually build other business leaders is not just for fun. It is fun, but it's for a reason that is very smart. Just like the huge opportunity in our business, it's networks that give us the enormous opportunity that we have. If you want to, or actually an example we all know that illustrates the power of a network, we all just experienced it. COVID. Because when you have a network, it can spread like wildfire. And you can get to a point where you reach a critical mass that it can become almost unstoppable. COVID was an example of how that can happen negatively, but in our business, this can spread like wildfire because we work through people, and every person that we talk to is a door to everyone else. And how exciting is that? That we have the power to absolutely change people's lives. And what happens when we expose the business, when we share our stories, is nothing short of amazing. It's nothing short of amazing. And I know you all know that. because you wouldn't be here in this room otherwise. I do want to share a fact, though. It's true, my imagination is way too small. Way too small. Because what ends up happening is time and time again, I am absolutely shocked and amazed at what is possible, at what you all are capable of. The other day my dad said he didn't believe Charlie and Alto when they said that they were going to build a business that was bigger than Africa at the time. He didn't believe them. Today, if Charlie were to say, or Alto were to say, we're going to build a business that's triple the entire Neo Life, guess what? We'd believe them. They've proven it to us. But we just don't know. That's the truth, is we just don't know how big this can be. We just don't know how, Grasa, what an amazing story. We just don't know how big Grasa's vision is. Like, how could we have known that our president's team members, that Florian Nola, Charlie Malta, how could we have known that their business would be what it is today, that it would span multiple countries and continents, it would be around the world, that our number one president's team member in the United States would be from Charlie's and Alton's downline. What's possible is just beyond imagination. And I believe, if you don't quit, if you keep loving people, if you keep having a big vision that excites you, and believe that it's possible, here's what I believe. You're going to raise yourself to heights that you never dreamed possible. You are going to raise yourself to heights you never dreamed possible. And you are going to become somebody that no one thought you could be. You're going to become somebody that no one thought you could be, not even yourself. That's the truth. I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here. I can't wait to spend time with you, get to hear your stories, get to hear what excites you, the goals that excite you in your business. And together, we are going to make just an enormous impact that gives people hope and changes lives. And so thank you so much. God bless.